This week in VR education news, VR nursing, digital twins, and some exciting tools from Meta. Let's jump into it. First of all, we have this VR nursing from George Mason University in partnership with SimX, and they studied students going through a clinical practice like they normally would compared to students going through the SimX VR training. And they found that marks were actually significantly higher going through the VR side of things compared to the regular clinical practice. I think this comes back to the mental capacity to make mistakes in virtual reality, fail, and learn from those mistakes. But they're continuing to do research, and I'm excited to see what other outcomes and things they find out as they continue to do this research and hopefully spread it to many other industries. Moving along, we have digital twins, and Saudi Arabia has just funded a city-scale digital twin. And this is very exciting because we've talked about digital twins before. It's a 3D rendering of an object, or in this case, a whole city, where then you can relay live data and use that digital twin for many things. So in the live data side of things, you can make decisions about traffic flow, electrical, sewage, all kinds of things throughout the city as they're updated live time. On non-live scale side of things, you could have a landmark within a city that police or firefighters can practice on what to do if an emergency occurred at that landmark. And that's very exciting to have your officers, your emergency responders better trained in your city, but then as well for so many other different workers to train for jobs that they might have to do within the city in an actual version of that city, but virtually where they can make mistakes. Then we have Meta announcing this AI tool to automatically segment what is in a photo. So you can see here, it can automatically see all the different parts of the photo. This is exciting because we use a similar tool for this in VR, but it's very manual, where we have to segment every part of a 3D environment so that if somebody is colorblind, they can change on different controls to actually see all the objects within that environment. And so if this AI tool can expand into 3D out of the 2D world, it would help make VR simulations that much more accessible. And then finally, it is with a heavy heart that I announced, and you might have seen earlier this week, that Josh Egamino, our CTO at XpertVR, has decided to step down from XpertVR. It is a mutual decision because he would like to follow his passion in the game development space, and we wholeheartedly support him in doing this, and I'm excited to see where he goes from here and hopefully play some of his video games. But obviously it is a sad time to be seeing him go, but I wanted to make sure to first recognize this and announce this in this video, but also if you are looking for a lead developer, project manager at your company, I would say that Josh is the man to hire, the person to talk to. So please reach out to Josh if you are in the game development space and looking for someone with those skills. That's all for this XpertVR Friday recap. I'll see you next week.